All right, let's zoom in a little. Actually, we can undo that. Oh, too much. Camera one, zoom in to about there. Let's make this smaller and move it. Make it smaller still. Put it there and lock it in place. All right, and all right. Hi, welcome to AD Gaming. I'm George, and I'm going to be going over all the current comps that are in the game. The first one I'm going to do is the one I made a dedicated video on yesterday. If you haven't seen that, you can go watch it, or you can just watch this. Probably not the best thing to say to, don't go watch my other video, but this one's going to cover the information just as well, I think. Not in as much detail because I want to go through lots of different videos. But anyways, onto the video. This comp is the Mech Magnetic Spell comp. And this is how I would recommend the final board looking, if maybe not having this guy. Yeah, this is what the comp is. As you're leveling, it's great. It makes it really easy. You can just take any of the Ancestral Automaton cards and the Rickety Repair Bot, which is my new favorite card, by the way. And yeah, it's a great way to level and protect your health with all these automatons, and it moves directly into this because you're going to be taking the Rickety Repair Bot anyways. You're going to be taking the Deflecto Bot. You're going to be taking Marquee Ticker. So all these cards that you're taking as you're leveling are still going to be in your comp, which is great. So this is what I would use for that. The reason why this comp works, this guy every 2 Tavern spells magnetizes a 3/3 satellite into all of your mechs, even this guy. All right. This gives you your Tavern spells, so you can do that, plus the ones that come up in the Tavern. When you cast Tavern spells, everyone's Divine Shield, which you're going to get them all Divine Shield one way or another, are also going to get extra attack. And if you get the Trinket for the charging Zarina, it'll also grant health, so it'll be 3/3 instead of just 3/0. This guy, everybody's familiar with him. Everyone's familiar with the Hollow Rover. The nice thing about this is you're doing tons of magnetics, so if the Hollow Rover gives you Dr. Boom, huge magnets to add either into the Deflecto Bot or the Hollow Rover. So, yeah, great comp, very easy to play, especially because you don't have to think too much as you're building. You just play mechs because, yeah, it's going to help. So, that's the mechs. All right, now I'm going to stop record. I was not recording. I was streaming, so I'll just have to cut it out of there. I wanted to record it separately, so I didn't have to do that part. But now I got to get the next build up. And the next one I'm going to cover is End of Turn Elementals. So this is going to take a little longer, because I got to change these cards. Oh, I haven't downloaded the new cards yet for Elementals, so I need to do that first. And what happened there? There's a chime. I don't know what that chime was. I don't see any notifications. Anyways, back to here. New tab. Databases, battleground, cards. No, I don't want to do it like that. All right, battlegrounds. Minions and tavern spells. You can't see what I'm doing right now. Sorry. Because all you can see is the board that I make the video on. Minions by pool. Elementals. Alright. This is going to take a long time. So, sorry. I got to make a token for every single... You know what? I'm not going to do it for all of them. I'm just going to do it for the ones in the comp. That'll be faster. Alright, so we need Drakari Enchanter first. Well, let's start with Lokar. Lokar Frostforger. Where you at, Lokar? There you are. Download the image. Cut. Let's see here. Gag. New folder. Actually, tabletop. Elemental. And paste. Tier 6. Sorry. Probably shouldn't be streaming this. It's not very interesting, but people might find it interesting. I don't know. You never know what people like. Haven't done it, so let's do it and see how it goes. Okay, custom, change him to add elementals to the quick access. And Lokar, the Frostforger. There's Lokar. Then we need this guy. What is going on? It's not how this website normally works. There we go. Download. Cut. Paste. T6 amplifying lights. Spawn. Amplifying light spawn. All right. cut, paste, D6, unleashed mana surge. Just made the screen blank or crooked. Cancel. Wrong one. All right. Next. Those are the core cards plus Trakiri. Also need this guy. T6. Gentle Genie, or Genie. Genie. How do you say Genie? D-J-I-N-N-I. I forgot the word gentle. Forgot the space. Alright, skip a spot. That's where Trakari is going to go. Now I need to go to the general cards, and I need Trakari Enchanter and Bran. Download. T5, Trakari Enchanter. That'll go here. Then I need Bran. T5. Bran, Bronze Beard. And Bran is going right here. Alright, don't need this card. Delete. Pick these all up. Change camera to line them up. There. And back to my screen. Alright. Is that look good? Alright. Now for the elemental section. Here, I locked that in place. Alright, now for the elementals. Elementals are very powerful this season. They're probably the strongest comp, followed by mechs. But it's debatable on who's tier 2, but elementals are freaking strong. Alright, and as far as the order you put them in, I mean, it really doesn't matter. Put them in the order of, health for, when you're attacking. But anyways, everybody knows Drakari, everybody knows Bran, end of turn effects twice, battle cries twice. Everybody knows the general genie. Battle cry and death rattle, you get an elemental. This card's new. Amplifying light spawn. At the end of your turn, your elementals that give stats grant an extra 1/1 this game. Okay, that's end of turn. That makes it happen twice. This guy and this guy give stats. So both their bonuses are going to go up every time you play an elemental. Why? How are you playing elementals all the time? This guy. Notice there's one spot open because you're constantly casting a card. The card that you get from him. Because every time you play an elemental, give 3 random friendly elementals other than it, the one you play, 1/1. That's going to go up with this guy. And this, at the end of your turn, which is going to happen twice, because of Drakari, or 3 times, you're going to give your other minions 2/2. Notice this is all not during combat, so this all stays. And it's all the other minions. So Bran's going to get bigger, Drakari Enchanter's going to get bigger, everyone's getting bigger. And every time you play a card, it gets better. Because this makes it go. And he gives you cards. Trinkets, I mean, come on. If you can get the Drakari Enchanter trinket, that'd be great. Another one that's really good is, dude, Nomi sticker is awesome. I keep looking over there. My camera used to be over there. Sorry. Nomi sticker is great. Every time you play, you're going to get bonuses. If he gives you battle cry ones, you're going to get it twice because of Bran. But the core cards are all the cards except for Bran and the Genie. Because these all work just fine without it. So that's the elemental comp. While you're leveling, just pick elementals. Especially ones that increase the effects of other elementals, or the ones that increase the size of elementals in the tower. Those are good ones. And while you're playing those, looking for these, that's when you're going to have Bran. If you come up with a card that's better than Bran, play that. What could be better? Maybe the Murloc that triggers battle cry. Or if you can get to tier 7, you can get Bran's partner. What's her name? Anyways, who cares? You know what I'm talking about. Battle cries and death triggers twice. We have no death triggers here, but you could replace him with the +2/+2 on death to the tavern elemental. That's a possibility. It's a battle cry too, so when you play it, it's going to trigger this. But you'll probably just play it and throw it. So this is a great combination. But the battle cry death rattle would be better because this is both. And then any cards you get would be that well. So I'll probably cut that last part out. That was a bunch of long talking, rambling. But anyways, that is elementals. They're pretty easy to play too. So on to the next one. All right. Next, we are going to have spell buff. This one is said medium, but I think it's freaking hard as you're leveling because all the cards it needs are tier 5 and above. It is ridiculous. All right, so we need Drakari, we need Bran. We need some demons, dragons, beasts. This is all over the place. All right, so core cards are, it's going to reorder them when I pick them up and shift them. But I need Bran, I need Drakari. The rest of these I don't need. Let's grab the Nightmare Party Guest. He is probably in the same section Bran's in because he's an all. Yep, there he is. Download. And they're making the original files bigger on these new. I love it. Bigger graphics because the old ones were like 500 by 800 or something like that. Now they're 680 by 884. So they're a little bigger, these images. And you can probably see it on these two side by side. Although this is a new one. I don't know. They probably updated. They probably didn't update Bran or Drakari, but they probably updated the genie, because this is a different genie, because he was tier 5 last season. Am I smoking crack? I think that's true. Anyways, alright, so now I need to rename this file. Sorry, too much talking. And elementals, gag, tabletop, demons, 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 demons. Alright, sorry. Amadeus, Amadeus. T6 Nightmare par -T guest. And switch him to gag, tabletop, demons, party guest. Okay. Now I'm going to need who is the next card I need? I need a Naga Dragon and a Demon Dragon, so they're probably in the dragons. Oh, they'll both be in the dragons. Dragons, dragons, dragons. Tier 5. We want, I forgot again, the Felfire Conjurer and the Fire Scale Hoarder. This one is the old file size. It's 500 by 650. So this one didn't change. Let's see if we can see the difference. T5 Fire Scale Hoarder. Alright, we zoom in. Yeah, I think you can see it's just a little fuzzier. I mean, look at the text, especially down here. You can definitely see it's fuzzier. So yeah, I'm glad they updated that. Makes a difference. Alright, sorry, what's the other guy? And the other guy was the Felfire Conjurer. This guy is also the old resolution. T5 Felfire Conjurer. I don't know if I spelled that right, but it's just for me. So no biggie. Custom, transfer, Felfire, load, import. All right. I also need that's the core cards. Fauna Whisper, Bran, Chicken, Horse, Muckeye, and the Specialist. Alright, so that's another dragon. We'll grab him first if I'm in the dragon section. The Specialist. Old resolution. So these must be cards that were around before that I never saw. D6 Ignition Specialist. It always takes longer at the beginning of the season with the new cards, having to create them, because once they're created, they're in the system. I can just grab them. Now I'm going into Beast, because 2 of these are Beast. Beast, we need Chicken. Old Resolution, of course, because he's a card that's been around for a while now. Come here, Chicken. T6. I'm gonna call him Chicken. Need more cards. So clone, I need 4 more? I got the chicken, now the horse. Probably also the Old Resolution. He is. I'm putting these in the wrong folder too. T5 horsey. Alright. Custom horsey. Alright. Now I need Naga. Naga. Where's he at? Is that him? Stumbler Sorcerer? Nope. Fauna Whisperer. I'm not even bothering naming it. Custom Fauna Whisperer. Alright. And Young Muckeye. So over to the Murlocs. Where you at, Muckeye? There you are. He will be the Old Resolution. Sure enough, yes he is. Change him to Muckeye. Alright, and I don't need this brand or that brand. Alright. Let's pick these up and go 1. Set them there. Pick these up. Go 1. And put those there. Alright, back to my screen. Zoom in to, let's say, I have too many cards on top, I think. Because I think one of those is not a core card. Yep. Alright, this guy doesn't belong up there. Alright. So, redo that. redo that. All right. All right, better. All right. All right, this is the spell buff comp. It is, I think this is a really hard comp to play. Not because it's complicated, it's hard to have the health to get there and not have big cards that you don't want to get rid of once you get there. But I'll let you guys decide that for yourself. I don't manage my gold very well, I think. So that's my biggest problem, is when to level in the tavern. But I should not be eating right now. Let me finish this and I'll talk. Sorry. That's empty. All right. So, the idea behind this comp is all about casting spells. So these are your spell generators. Battlecry and Death Rattle, you get a spell. This one's Misplaced Tea Set, which gives minions of multiple types, which you have. Extra life and health. This is Shining Ring. Does it to all your minions. Starts out as 1/1. But this guy, at the end of your turn, your tavern spells that give stats grants an extra 1/1 this game. So every turn, this is going to go up 1, this is going to go up 1. It's going to happen twice because of the end of turn effects. So this is great. These are your core cards. Once you have these cards, you can commit. These are the add-on cards that do similar things. The Horsey's in there because he comes back with full enchantments. So that's a great card, especially with Taunt on, because when he respawns, he's still going to have all his health and Taunt. So I like having Taunt on him. Maybe it's a bad idea. I don't think it is. Bran, I mean, if you can get him before this, then you'll get the battle cries with Bran. And you'll get multiple cards. Now, you pretty much only want Bran if you got the young Murk-Eye too. I would recommend, I don't know. I'll let you guys handle that myself. I still keep looking over there. But Bran, the end of turn, triggered the battle cry of an adjacent minion. So you can do the battle cry on either one of these, whichever one you prefer. If they're all the same spell, this guy's an all. He's a Naga and a dragon. He's a demon and a dragon. He's an undead and a beast. So these four guys are all different classes. So the T set's really going to work well. The Murloc is also a different one. So if you have these four plus these three guys, that's a pretty good comp, and everything's going to get bigger all the time. That's your entire board. You're done playing cards, except refreshing and casting those tavern spells, and they get big fast. Big really fast, because yeah, especially if this stuff's all golden, it's just ridiculous. But these are some other good cards to have. If you don't get the Murk-Eye or the Horse, you can hold on to these just to have more tavern spells while you're looking for these cards. But they're also tier 6, so that's what I'm saying. This comp, I think, is hard because everything is tier 5 or higher, everything, and nothing. So as you're playing to level into it, you're going to be looking for things that cause your spells to, grant an extra time. That's what you're going to be looking for while leveling. And there's, and just stuff that has big health to survive to the end. But that's this comp. It's a really strong comp too. It's up there with the elementals. It really is. It's just getting there. I've yet to get there. I've seen it. I've been against it, and I mean, thousands of health that they get up to quite rapidly. So that is the spellcraft. So I have to edit this down as well because there's a lot of talking in that. Next up, we have Quillbore combat scaling. All different cards. All right. Titus Rivendare, I've already got in here. Tabletop. No minion type. Actually, I think I put them in general. Baron Rivendale. Alright. Picky Piper. No. Gem Smuggler. I'm going to have one of those already in here. I think. Maybe not. I haven't made a video about Quillbore. I don't even have a Quillbore folder. All right. So time to go grab the Quillbore files. Quillbore. Never made a Quillbore video, I guess. What we got here? Heard a chime. It was 8 minutes ago. There was a follow from Rosie Freya. Sorry, Rosie. Hey, you're playing a great game. I'm actually not playing it at the moment. I do love the game, Queen. I'm making a tutorial video on all the comps. There's not a lot to watch right now, but I thought some people might be interested in this. I assume you play it, since you think it's a great game. There'll be a delay on the chat. I'll wait for you to hear that. You followed 10 minutes ago. Thank you for the follow, Queen. I heard the chime, but it didn't say it on the thing. I missed it. But thank you for the follow. You might be gone if I didn't answer you. Sorry I didn't see the chat. I'm editing video, or creating a video to edit. Quillbore. All right. So I need the Prickly Piper. Tier 3. Download. Let's make a Quillbore folder. I heard talking. Mostly play on console, PS5. Hearthstone's on console? I have a PS5 downstairs. I never use it. I play on my PC most time. I use my Xbox quite a bit, but my PlayStation, yeah, it doesn't get used. I assume you're playing a different game. I don't think this game's on PlayStation. But I could definitely be wrong, because I don't turn it on. I think the delay in the chat might be longer than normal. What was I doing? I was making a folder. New folder. Quillbore. And Prickly Piper. All right, there's Prickly Piper. I need the Corrupted Bristler, I think. Yes, the Corrupted Bristler. Corrupted Bristler, I saw you type something. I'll look at it in just a second. Download. Yeah, not yet. Are you Canadian? No, I'm not Canadian. I live in Missouri in the United States of America. I've got that Midwest general American English accent, which I think a lot of Canadians have too. So, did I say A? I might have said A. Because if you're Canadian, you probably know what Strange Brew is, but I had a big fascination with Strange Brew when I was a kid. And yeah, take off A, you knob. I love it. But anyways, join the dark side, Luke. I'm your father. Join the dark side. We have cookies. All right, what was I doing? I was pulling files over. The Corrupted Bristler. Corrupted Bristler, custom, switch. What do you play on the PS5? Now I need the 3-low Quillbore, tier 5. Where are you at? I also need the Needling Crone. I'll go and grab her real quick. Download. And the 3-low Quillbore. Download. And what did you type? No, I'm not. You're not Canadian? I do have Discord. I don't use it very often. I use it when I play Monster Hunter, and if I do duos on here. I do like playing duos in Discord. Kind of unfair. I mean, it's not cheating. In the rules, you can group up before you play. Anyways, what was I doing here? I was getting... You know what? I'm just going to go to downloads. I move these cards around. And the needling. All right. And that is the core. So this goes up there, this goes up there. Is that all the core? That is the core. Now I need the add-ons. Beast, more Quillbore, 4 more Quillbores. Alright. So I need Gem Smuggler. I prefer to make a cool customized PFP for your channel to make your channel eye-catchy and attractive. Oh, you're an art person trying to, yeah, almost. Oh, dude, the first month that I streamed, all I got was art people wanting to make stuff for my channel to make it more eye-catchy and attractive. You know, I really like the art I have on my channel. I like my 80 Gaming logo, created by Grok. Yeah, but I get it. I mean, everybody, you gotta hustle. So I get it, but I'm not interested. Sorry, Queen. Alright, we need Thorn Mantle. Bristlebach and Dreaming Thornweaver. Bristlebach. Not the knight. Just plain old Bristlebach. Download. And where are you at, Thornweaver? There you are. Oh, he's tier 4. Download. Is that everybody? Nope. Metalhead. Beast. Download. All right. I think it's adgames.us, but I'm not sure. I think it is. Or maybe it's just Beseecher. Discord. It is adgaming.us. adgaming.us. All one word. Not a dot. The word dot. You can share it, but I'm not interested. And I have no money. I'm a disabled veteran. I'm not monetized yet on YouTube or on Twitch. So, yeah. I'm missing one card. Oops, dang it. Undo that. I did too much. Clone. Clone. All right. Oh, I already had him. Who am I missing? Dreaming Thornweaver. No, I already did him too. Rylac. Oh, I see who I'm missing. Five on top, 5 below. All right. So pick these up, hit 1, lay them there, pick these up, hit 1, lay these there, go back to my screen, zoom in, do right about there. Why are they not the same size? They're the same size. They're just lining them up a little differently. All right. And this is spell quote bars, combat scaling. Get a drink. All right, this comp. This comp is called Cool Board Combat Scaling, and it's pretty straightforward. It's all about bludgeons being cast in combat, so you're not going to notice a lot of this stuff going on. It's your board's going to look small, but it's actually going to be big. Top row again is the core cards. Bottom row are the add-on cards that help out with the situation. Death rattles extra time because, 3 of these have death rattles. First one, you're probably familiar with these cards by now. I'll be cutting that out. Hold on. The Corrupt Bristler, summons a golem with stats equal to the blood gems on there. So, if he's got blood gems that equal, 75 and 70, let's say 70, 75 and 76. So he's going to end up being an 80-80 minion. When he dies, you'll get a 75-76 minion to take his place. And that's going to happen twice if there's room because of Titus Rivendare. This guy, Death Rattle, your blood gems give an extra plus attack this game. So that's permanent, even when it happens in combat. So that's a great Death Rattle to make all your gems bigger, more attack. Your blood gems give twice their stats during combat. That's why this makes it everything big. Because all these gems that are cast when the game starts or when combat's going on, it's going to be good. Death Rattle, play 3 Quill Board gems on your Quill Board. So you want him first, you want him with Taunt. He dies, throws gems everywhere. Then this guy hopefully will die and come up with 2 guys to replace him and him that died, and so on and so on. These add-on cards are great. Battle Cry with the Metalhead would probably be the best because you're going to get gems. This one's good because it makes your blood gems bigger all the time. Avenge 2, play 2 blood gems on your Quill Board. This one is Avenge 4, gives you extra health this game because you're getting extra attack with this one. So those 2 together will give you some attack. This is not as hard as the spell comp because as you're leveling, you're just buying Quill Board. It's pretty straightforward. You know what you're doing. You're getting, and plus several of these that are in here are below 5. You've got the 3 Piper. You've got, these 3 here that are all tier 4 as well. And the Corrupted Bristler. So there's 5 cards in this comp that you can get while leveling. So that's makes it a little easier during the leveling stage than the spell comp that we just talked about. So that's this comp. And on to the next one. All right. So I have to edit that. If I say too many ums or whatever, let me know. Because if you edit out the ums, it makes for a lot of really, all those edits. Jump edits everywhere. All right, next comp we're going to be adding onto this video is the Demon Shot buff. Pretty much same as last season, except, they changed a couple of the cards instead of Archimond and drawing a blank. The one that makes, the minions bigger and the one that, I don't know. Anyways. All right, let's, straighten that out. Zoom in. Now I need to grab my demon cards. Demons, demons, demons. I'm going to need Wrath Reaver, download. Pretty straightforward. Alright, so Wrath Reaper goes down here. He's an add-on card, not part of the main build. Bran. We'll grab Bran in a second. Ashen Corruptor. Ashen Corruptor we've got. Batty Terror Guard. Alright, import. These are core cards. So custom Terror Guard. Come on. Custom. Alright. Alcazar. And Dream Inquisitor. Dream Inquisitor. Dream. Dream, 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 dream. When I'm with you in my arms. Sorry. Alright. Him, local, import. Him, local, import. Alright, that's the core. Is that the core? Alright, that's the core. And just need Bran down here for the add-on cards. Bran. Gag. Tabletop. General tokens. And where you at, Bran? Don't see Bran. He must be... Where'd I have him? Is he Quilboar?
I'm on lunch for an hour.
You're on lunch? Alright. I will get off here. I'm just making my video.
It smells gamey.
Yeah. Shampooing only did a partial job. You'd probably shampoo the carpet again while most of the floor is still uncovered. Where did I put Bran? That's why you organize these things. I'll just download new Bran.
Hopefully we can switch closets this weekend.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Audrey can purge some of her shit.
Huh. Bran. Import. Alright, let me talk about this comp real quick. And then we'll move on. Alright, zoom out. Pick these guys up. Hit 1 to get them nice and lined up. Pick these guys up. Hit 1. Zoom in. Do about there. Alright. And this buff is the Demon Shop buff. It's fairly similar to what was last season. The main changes is Ashen Corruptor and Dream Inquisitor have been added. This top row again is the core cards. The bottom is the add-on cards. There's not a lot to talk about. If you're familiar with last season, you understand how Shop works. You want to cast Tavern spells. This guy, after your hero takes damage, rewind it and give minions in the tavern 1/1. So he's going to give all your minions, so including Bran and the Wrath Reaver, 1/1. 2 refreshes cost health, So that makes this happen. When you cast a tavern spell, deal 1 damage to your hero and give your demons 1/1. So all your demons, not including the Wrath Reaver or Bran, will get 1/1. Of course, I'm recording. Why did she let you in here? 1 second, everybody. Out. I think Rex wants out. And Batty Terror Guard, same as last season. When you cast a tavern spell, a friendly demon consumes a minion. And this guy, the Famished Fellbat, all your demons at the end of the turn consume a minion in the tavern, gain its stats. You know Bran, you know the Wrath Reaver. You know, there's a Famished Fellbat trinket, which is amazing. It makes you always have 7 minions in the tower, or the tavern. So as the demons are sucking them up, eating them, consuming them, they're being replaced. So they will all get eaten. So when that gets tripled, and it happens twice, they will all get 2 minions with that trinket. It's amazing. So that trinket plus this comp is GG. You're not, I mean, it's ridiculous. Unless someone else got a high roll trinket as well that matches their comp. So that is the shop buff. And I'll be making the next one in a little bit. But I'll be getting off of here. And what is the next comp? Next comp is Beetles. I should probably do Undead and Nagas as well. Alright. But I'm going to end this stream for now. And go hang on my